Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and we have some brand new, first time I'm seeing them, WE and CIVIVI knives. So let's check them out. This is the CIVIVI Chevalier, and I am going to link this down in the description for you guys. It is one of their new button locks, 14C 28M blade steel. Love the steel and the heat treat they do on it. Great little knife. Now, let's get to the first one. We have the new CIVIVI Dart, completely made out of D2. It is a neck knife, and we do have the sheath here and the chain. This edge came very, very sharp. It's very pokey, and the retention is really nice. It really sucks itself into here. Now let's take a close look at this guy. You have really nice jimping around the edges for traction, for the for the little pinch grip right there. Then you can see it is the CIVIVI logo. You have a little bit more traction back there. It is a hose stop held design. And back here you have a little bit of traction too for your thumb. It is small. I'm not sure how well it works as a dart throwing it. Maybe we'll have to try that out. We'll see how that goes. But it is a very little sharp concealable blade. You know, I don't really want to call it a blade because it is more of like a pokey device. But you could totally use it to open things up or to pick at things, whatever. It's very small and pokey. So it is exactly how it sounds. It is a dart, which is very cool though. Something unique, something we're not seeing every day. Nice swedge on the spine to really bring out the darkness in it. And like I said, the edge did come very sharp. The sheath doesn't work both directions, so you do have to know which direction you're putting it in. The indicator for me is the CIVIVI logo. So this part right here is towards the CIVIVI logo. As you can see, this little wafer thing right there, that is where the CIVIVI logo goes. So pretty easy to figure out. But let's check out the next one. All right, now this next one, now this is something completely different. This is the new CIVIVI Orthrus, a dual position. I would call it a fighting knife, fixed blade. Dual position because it has a button right here. You push that button and you can lock it in a secondary position. It is a dual edge, so multiple edges. We have edges on the spine, and I don't even know what you would call the spine here, but we have serrated teeth, a flat ground double edge on this side, then we have another edge here and a recurved edge here. And they did a really good job on this edge. Like, they put a little bit of extra love on these edges for sure. This is really, really sharp. Very, very good job on their edges. And I'm very critical over factory edges. They did a good job on this. It does have a little head knocker, skull crusher, whatever you want to call it, impact tool back here. I'm not sure this is the first time I'm really holding it, so I really don't know all the positions. I see we have jimping in different areas. Now, one thing I do know is looking at the sheath, you can see it goes in just like that. So the indicator will be this flag or the serrations. The serrations are going to go out. So this is a tech lock, so it can go on your belt and you can spin it to whatever direction you want. And you'll have to know that the serrations are going to go out or whatever direction you wind up putting it on your belt. Great retention, and when you push it off, your fingers are going to land right on the jimping, which is good. So you're not going to have to worry about going up on the edge or anything like that. And it works great. So I can easily get it off the sheath and into action without hitting the edge. Now, the button, I'm not sure. I don't feel myself hitting it at all. So the grooves are this direction. So this is the direction I think that you're wanting to hold it. But then you have the button on this side. You can hit the button and then push it like that. You got the reverse grip like this. You can also use it as a punch tool, you know, which is a, how can I put this? It's already a way we know how, like, to fight and struggle and things like that, you know, to throw punches. So it's a natural thing we do. This is in Nitro V steel. And I was curious about this lockup when I seen it on, you know, when they first revealed it. I was curious, like, is that thing going to be strong? Is it even going to lock up well? It is very solid. Let's check the other one. Nice click. Very solid in this. Yeah, this thing is surprisingly very solid. I'm not sure. I see a stop pin down in there. Or an internal stop pin, I'm sorry. You can see it right there. That is an internal stop pin. And I'm not sure. It feels like it's probably on bearings. I'm not sure, though. Remember, guys, this is my first time checking it out, so I don't, you know, I haven't taken it apart or anything like that. The G10 is very, very grippy. The pinch grips are pretty good. I can get a full 4-finger grip right there if I really need to. Reverse grip, same thing, I can. The ring is big enough for pointer finger and pinky. I would spin it, but I can't do it under the camera right here. Very cool. I'm definitely impressed with the lockup. And this is different, man. I like that I can swing it like that, too. I can just crack it like that. Is it locked? Yep. Or lock it back up like that. Or you can just push it with your finger. It's definitely unique. I like that. I like that it's very, very unique. It's, well, it's not something you see every day for sure. And yeah, we'll see how it actually works out. You know, we will test it out. Now, before we get to this Wii knife, let's check out this little guy. We have the Tiebar. It's a little titanium keychain pry bar. It is very tiny. And it is another hose stop held design. It's going to be great for keychains and, you know, just to pick up a sticker, you know, pick at a sticker or something like that. Maybe a little scraping tool. The front edge is not sharp at all. I do kind of wish it was a little sharper, but it'll still work great, you know, for like the scraping tools, getting in between something and wedging something apart. It'll work great. It's very, very light. So on a keychain, you're not even going to know it's there. It is titanium. They do have a couple different options too. This one just happens to be the purple one. Let's check out this titanium frame lock. I haven't felt it with the keychain on there, but I can get a pretty good grip on it, you know, for little tiny tasks. Obviously, it's not a real pry bar, you know. It's something very small, something, you know, you can just pick with, you know, more so than getting any leverage. But if you got your keys on this, you might be able to get some leverage from your keys. I'm not sure. So that will be, you know, we'll find out. But let's get to this new titanium frame lock, the Wii Knives Speedster. Ha ha. 20 CV titanium frame lock, and the action on this is so good. I love the flipper tab. Very comfortable, great jimping, and the detent is It's perfect. Especially since we have a fuller here for the reverse flick. I mean, this is fantastic action. The detent to like right there, I was trying to fail it. It's not overly strong, but it's not light at all. It's literally for what I would want for a flipper and for the reverse flick. It is fantastic. It's great. 20 CV steel, almost a spear point, a little bit more of a drop point. Beautiful swedge on the top. I really like to see that. Then we have obviously the fuller, which works great for the reverse flick. Plenty of room for you to get your finger in there. No problems at all. You can go straight on with it or to the side like this. Access to the lock bar. Great access. Very smooth on the drop. This is fresh out of the box, so I can tell this is just going to get so smooth after it breaks in. I love this finish. Now, let me zoom in so you can see the edges, because we have a stone washed flat with this heavy micro milling, and you can really feel this. That's nice and aggressive micro milling. T8 hardware, titanium T8 hardware, love that. It looks really good. Here's that jimping on the flipper tab. Really nice jimping. Exactly the type of jimping I want to see. We have an internal stop pin. So that's going to help with the lockup. No play, any direction. No detent lash. The geometry, it's a little bit of a, not thick blade stock, but nice strong blade stock. Nice broad blade, so it does get down to a decently thin edge. It's not super thin, but it's decently thin. Nice pokey tip for utility cuts. In the hand, you know, I'm just gripping it. I obviously haven't cut anything with it yet, but, you know, it's comfortable. I do feel the deep carry clip quite a bit. I'd really prefer them to start using titanium milled pocket clips again. This is still a titanium pocket clip, but I'm not the only one here. You know, I think most people want to see them bring back just the milled pocket clip, because it just makes you feel a little special about the knife. These feel like they're cutting costs, and I understand they probably are, and they might need to, but the milled pocket clip just really makes you feel like, you know, it makes it feel a little bit more special. These look like budget clips on a premium knife, so that's why. It is reversible, which I do like. But the clip in the hand, it's not horrible. It's not horrible at all. This is perfectly fine, and I want a clip, so yeah, it's great. I do feel it when I'm back here like this, but when I'm like this, it's very comfortable like this. Like this, I feel it a little bit. Not horrifying. It's not a deal breaker. Not even a little bit. It's great. Now, for lefties, can you reverse flick it? Yes, you can. But you can't put your fingers on the lock bar. You got to put them back here. And the way I do it is, and I'm not left-handed, I just use the back part of my thumb right there, and I just don't put my finger all the way on the lock bar, and I can do it, but I'm not lefty, so I know that just depends on you and how you like to, you know, deploy your knife, but it seems like it would be okay. You could totally get by with it. Or not even get by. I mean, you could totally get used to it. That's what I meant to say. And it does have the reversible clip, so. The bead blasted finish, I kind of wish they would have did a stonewash, because this is all stonewash. Now, I'm sure there's other options available, but with this exact one, this is a bead blast. You know, it's 20 CV, so it's very stainless, but I prefer a stonewashing over the bead blast, but not that big of a deal. My only real complaint, real complaint, besides, you know, I'd like to see a mill pocket clip, is the plunge grind. And I'm going to keep complaining about this. I don't know how we're here in 2022, but we should know better than this. The plunge grind is way too close to the edge. It should finish off back here where you have plenty to sharpen off. So when I sharpen this, and I will, it's going to go back to the plunge grind. You're going to hit the plunge grind on like the first sharpening. So I'd like to see them. I might be able to get one good sharpening out of it, but that's it, and it's going to hit the plunge grind. I'd just like to see a little bit more room between the edge and the end point of the plunge grind. So the plunge grind ends right here. Make it end back here so you have life to sharpen off your edge. But other than that, man, this thing's great. I really like this one. This one's a good one for sure. The action is so good. Has a nice premium feel. It looks really good. You know, Speedster, the name Speedster really makes sense. It's kind of, it's very similar to their Conspirator blade shape. So if you like that blade shape, which I do, it seems a little bit more narrow than the Conspirator. I don't have it sitting right here next to me. Otherwise, I would totally put it right next to it. But it's definitely similar. I don't know. I like it a lot. So, but I will link whatever I can down in the description. I'm not sure when this will be available. It should be available soon, especially since I got it in. So they did send them to me. So that usually means that they are going to be available very soon. But there you guys go. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.